Yeah, I do all my movies. I have a 9-step. There's that mathematics again, mathematics 9. But anyway, I have a 9-step um, process to how I do the films, the short films. You know what I'm saying? Everything starts out as a concept, and you know, a bunch of concepts rather. It's like ingredients to a cake, the raw ingredients. Everything is just sitting on the table, and you know, everything from what characters I'm gonna use to what storylines, and which way is the storyline gonna go? What is the story about? Nah, I don't like this, I don't like that. You know, so the first step is the concept. You could call it like organized confusion, because it's a lot of what ifs and maybes and how about this and how about that and what will this work and how would that work. You know, it's a lot of that, and I'll end up writing on a bunch of little papers, so I always have small pieces of paper, you know, all over the place. Matter of fact, I got some right here. You know, this is pretty much what and how. You know, these are whole pages, but you know, normally I have a bunch of little ones like these over here with ideas and things written on them. And but this is pretty much how every movie concept starts out, with me jotting ideas down.
Then she went to Babacar Afeafabe.
Papa who?
Then I go into a more development form. I do my version of screenplay. You know what I'm saying? Screenplay writing, where I'm actually writing down the different scenes and the action that takes place in the scenes. Not necessarily the words just yet, but the different scenes and the actions, because I know the story. I see the story in my head. I visually see it. So I write that down. They're doing this, or they're going here. They're going to be here. They're doing this. And then I go back and you know, add the words, the script. And you know, I type the script out, and a lot of times I'll type the script out in full as I'm typing. In other words, I don't have the whole thing, what I want said. I will write it out completely. Bing, 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 I want this. And then based on the next scene, this needs to be said, and based on what's being said, this character needs to say this. And then when I'm done, I'll go back over it and refine it, and I might change a character, what a character is saying. No, this sounds better with this character saying it. Oh, I don't want this here. All right, now how much, you know, from the lessons am I going to put in there? 5% of lessons, the nation of God's knowledge. How much am I going to put information to that? Am I going to put into it without oversaturating, but still bringing that to the forefront, because these characters are 5% of base characters. You know what I'm saying? And they're written so that they're written and drawn and animated so that everybody can enjoy it. So I don't want to have to beat people over the head with the language, because they might get lost in the words. You know what I'm saying?
What kind of grease do you use for your food?
Vegetable oil? You know, I don't think anyone has ever asked me that.
Then after the script writing, then I go to the drawings, because I have a overall idea of who's gonna be in the scene, where they're gonna be at, and I have to decide how I want the angle to look, whether I want one or two characters, whether I want their whole face, or if I want it over their shoulders, looking directly in their face, you know, all of that. And I have to sit down and decide that, and then draw it. And then after drawing it, I upload it to the computer and I color it. And then after coloring it, and coloring takes a long time as well, because when you draw something, you leave marks on pages that you don't see until you upload it. And then when you upload it, you see these marks on the pages, and then you have to take your time. I have to take my time rather and erase those, and then some lines that looks like they're connected might not be connected. So then I have to connect those lines. You know, so the drawing takes, I mean, the coloring takes a little bit of time as well. And then there's the voices. And in Qasima'S Quest, there was a larger cast than it was in, let's say, The Jewel Within or Building and Making It Born. You know, the Building and Making It Born is the first short film, and then The Jewel Within is the second one, and then Qasima'S Quest is the third, and there was a lot more characters. So, and the magic part about that, every character, the people that did the voices, most of them wasn't even in the same room or in the same place when they did these voices, and the voices wasn't all done at the same time.
Pop, don't make any wrong turns this time.
Son, I told you I don't take no wrong turns on vacations.
You know, and then once I get the voices and the the artwork and the coloring all done, then I gotta line up. I gotta go back and re-storyboard it, but in the computer, and line up all the scenes with the right voices. And then after lining up all the scenes with the right voices, and then I gotta chop up. I gotta edit and chop up to actually animate it. You know what I'm saying? I have to have the mouth open, the mouth closed, the closed for a while here, open for a while here, and anybody that edits anything knows that if you don't save a lot and save often, you'll be done lost everything that you tried to save. Because computers shut down, that's just what they do. The programmers start working, and when editing, that takes a long time because you have to edit every single second of what you're looking at. And every second, 1 second, 2 seconds can take 2, 3, 4 hours to get it done because the computer, you know, freezes up. The computer has to render. It really does. To get 5 seconds, it could take a whole day to get 5 seconds worth of editing done.
Baba Cafe, fave, here we come.
Got to deal with the music score. Like the first movie, Building and Making It Born, I used a lot of my own music from you know, albums that I put out in the group that I was with, Black Oath, and some single stuff as well. So a lot of that is in the first movie, Building and Making It Born. And in the second movie, Dre, Divine Rule Equality, he used a lot of his, you know, music from Physical Science. He used a lot of his music. And then in the third one, I wanted a more broad feel to the movie when it comes to the music. And I didn't discredit anything based on genre. I listened to the music. It was like listening to the music with my eyes closed. Because if you look at it and if you look at the genre, you're like, okay, this is country. You might just discredit it because it's country, or because it's jazz, or because it's rock and roll, or because it's hip hop. So I wanted music, whether it had words or not, that would represent what I was trying to say or get across emotion-wise in that particular scene. And that's how I chose the music for the movie of Qasima'S Quest. But you know, overall it's a fun job, and I actually enjoy it, but it takes a long time to get the stuff done. I guess we'll have to wait and see. For everybody out there, this is the Bazz. Shabazz Born Allah, the Bazz. You know, you get a chance, man, go check out the movie Qasima'S Quest. You might be able to find it on my Facebook page because I posted it. You might have to go look through the timeline. If you can't see it, you can always go to Bazz Works Theater on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Bazz Works Theater is all one word. And, you know, look for Qasima'S Quest and check it out and let me know what you think about it, man. Peace.